lecture 4 or 5, differentiation, implicit differentiation, implicit. Okay, so before this sebagai explicit. So our objective, outcomes, solve first and second derivative implicit. Implicit. So we still use the same rule of differentiation. Okay, maybe a bit different because we need to differentiate implicitly instead of explicit. Okay, then this is implicit functions. Example, for implicit you need to use apply implicit, differentiate implicitly when this one given equation. This is equation. So this one you cannot write y as a subject. Okay, so you need to use implicit. Okay, this is the second example, equation. Okay, where y is not given explicitly, same like this. Y is equal to x squared plus 1. This one given this function, okay, expression, you can differentiate explicitly. Okay, now implicit. Okay, so differentiation of implicit functions to find dy dx. Our aim is same, to find dy dx. So differentiate each term with respect to x, respect to the independent variable x. Okay, so apply chain rule to differentiate the function of y with respect to x. So let's say the given, this is a function consists of y. Okay, differentiate respect to x. Inside ini ada y. Okay, nak differentiate respect to x. So you need to change to ni lah, dy. Okay, dalam y. Okay, let's say ini. Okay, macam mana buat sini ya? Aku just follow je lah. Okay, we just use the formula je macam tu. Tak payah guna. Okay, so ni dx, we need to differentiate something yang y, consists of y variable, but with respect to x. So means that you need to change to this one y. Okay, change to y so that you can differentiate this one. Okay, this one. But you need to, because this is dx, right? Still ada dx. Dx. Okay, dx. Still ada dx. Now because of you wujudkan dy, you need to get rid of dy lah. So same like cancel. Still get the same one. Adjustment je. Adjust. So differentiate this function consists of y with respect to y, then times dy over dx. Dy dx lah. So jadi chain rule. Okay. Kita tengok by example. Okay, before this you dapat given y is equal to x squared plus 2x. Dapat sama kan? Okay. So now differentiate y. Begini. Okay. So given that xy is equal to 1. Okay. Now find dy dx. Given this one. So you change this equation to this, right? Okay, then upkan and find dy dx explicitly. Okay. Okay, let's say that writing this. Actually, you skip step, right? And then here is you need to differentiate y respect to x. Differentiate this one with respect to x. Now yang ini, this one cannot be cancelled actually. That's why you write dy dx direct. Dy dx. Yang ini step ni kita skip. Dy differentiate ni terus dy dx. Why? Because of dy over dx cannot be cancelled. Okay? And it's equal to, yang ini use power rule, right? Bring to front here. Okay, bawa sini negative 1 and negative 1 minus 1 negative 2, right? So right, the inside here is x. Then you need to differentiate whatever in the bracket is x. Ni x. This is using the power rule. Okay, and simplify dapat negative 1 x power ni dx over dx. Dx over dx is equal to 1. So, and then the answer is negative 1 over x squared. So, you direct, before this you direct, differentiate this one. Differentiate y equals x ni. Terus buat dy dx is equal to negative x squared. Dapat terus. Kan? So, actually, the behind the screen lah that one. So, actually, this is what you call black box, right? Ini. So, working you cancel, you skip. Jadi macam ni. Okay, the idea is dy over dx. Can be cancelled too. Okay, now let's say look at the example. Dy dx. Confirm answer is dy over dx. Ni. Okay, over dx. Tak boleh cancel. Okay. Tak apa, kita buat kat sini. Dah ada solution So, actually okay. Kita follow ni. Okay, nak tak boleh control. Okay, macam ni kan. So, dapat dy dx. Why? Because of this one lah ni. Okay, y di differentiate respect to x. Actually cannot, right? Actually chain rule. So y you need to change to variable y. So nak dapat ni, nak get rid, macam kita cancel lah. Cancel this one dapat dy over dx. Sama, same problem kan. Dx juga. Macam ni lah. Dx kan, dx y same like dy over dy. Dy over dy is equal to 1 kan, and adjust. Okay, yang ini ke sana, ni ke sini. Adjust dia macam ni ya. Konsep dia ni kan chain rule. Same like macam ni lah kan. So now dy ni is equal to dy dx. Now kena cancel. That one is A. For B, okay, macam ni lah. Okay, for B, so differentiate 3y squared. Adjust ni adjust. So 3y squared dia respect to y, and dia dapat dy dx. Dy dx because of ni kata adjust kan, adjustment. Dan dapat ini guna power. Okay, ni this one use a power rule. 6y dia ni kan, this one kan. So dot dy. Okay, you need to differentiate kan. Yang ini y power dia 2 minus 1 is 1. So you need to differentiate y. So dapat 6y dy over dy is equal to 1. So dapat inilah. Kan, kalau ikut tu lah. Kalau ikut dia punya detail lagi. So this is actually dy dx. Dy dx yang kita from the chain rule. Okay, story macam ni. Okay, differentiate. Kalau you differentiate, macam nak hilang kan? Okay, kalau you differentiate ni, y equals x cube, dapat dy dx 3x squared dx over dx, cancel. Okay, kalau you differentiate x equals y cube, dx over dx is equal to 1. 3y squared dy dx. Sebelah y always ada dy dx. Senang cerita. Because why? Because ada respect to x. With respect to x. Okay, kalau with respect to y, dapatlah dx over dy, right? Because 3y squared. Okay, dy over dy hilang. Okay. Let's see. Actually, ingat ni je cukup. Yang bawah ni, bawah ni cukup. Okay. So, ini ln, differentiate ln 1 over y kan. So, differentiate tu dapat dy dx. Senang macam tu lah. Ingat ni cukup lah. Tak payah. Ni cukup dulu. Okay. One you for the max. Barulah. Okay, guna chain rule. Okay, why? Because actually macam ni, this correct concept. Once you nak, before differentiate, you have to ikut the respect apalah. Same variable kan. Okay. E using the product rule. Okay. Product rule is macam tu. Atau ini product rule. Ini x, y kan. xy. In this one is u, this one is v. So u is equal to x, v is equal to y. Okay, so u prime, u equals x, v, y. And then we need to differentiate respect to x. D dx, d dx, d dx, d dx. And then here is u, x, v, y. So now yang ini jadi du over dx. Dx over dx is equal to 1. Yang this one is dv over dx. Dy over dx kena be cancel. Atau you boleh buat terus. This dv over dx is equal to v prime. Dy over dx is equal to y prime. Guna yang ini du over dx is u prime. U prime is equal to 1. V prime equals y prime. And using the product rule, product rule is cik cuma yang kita buat ni. Okay, product rule is u prime v plus u v prime, and then kita ni times this atau ambil yang atas. Okay, this one times this. Okay, so is equal to 1 times y, ini kan, plus x times y prime or dy dx. Okay, so inilah macam ni. Ini. So betul ni. Okay, this is x dy dx y prime plus y. Okay, macam tu. Kalau differentiate yang ini. Okay, so let's say easy for you to use y prime instead of dy dx. It's okay, tak apa, guna je lah. So for f ini, okay, so ini this one is u v, sini u equals x, v is equal to y. So u prime 1, okay, ni 1, v prime equals y prime. Senang. Atau follow all the steps. And then product rule. Okay, ni this is product rule. Okay, ni times this. So 1 times y minus x times y prime over y squared. Okay, direct macam ni for product rule. Atau follow dia punya ni, kan, follow dia punya apa pula. Okay, hilang semua. Follow dia punya benda ni. Okay, dan ini dan dapat. Cik dapat tadi lah, dapat. Okay, settle. Example lah, ini dah konsep je kan, tapi di sini baru example tu baru nak apply. Okay, so example tu dia banyak kosong. Okay, so find dy dx. For this lecture, you going to find dy dx atau proof. Okay, using the functions, polynomial, ratio, exponent, surd, lot, trigo. Okay, and we need to use rule of differentiation. Kan, itu je. Okay, the difference only implicitly. Before this, you use explicit. Explicit y is equal to something. Now given equation, semua equation ni, equation. So do not change to explicit. Ni, ini tu, oh, ini. I want to try write like this. 2y is equal to 3x 2x minus ey. Ini ada y. Tak boleh. Nak take this one as a subject. No, still got y. Okay, you need to use implicitly lah. Unless soalan bagi macam tadi. Macam ni kan. Either you use implicit uv product rule, or write this one as a subject, and then differentiate directly, kan? Atau you going to use product rule. Tak apalah, kita guna ni lah, kita explain by using this example lah. Banyak guna product rule, quotient rule, macam kena macam biasa lah kan. And then for A, the question for 2A, 3x square minus 2y square is equal to 6x minus 4y. The idea is differentiate with respect to x. This is the idea. Okay, this is the idea. So 3x square minus 2y ini 6x minus 4y. Itu this is the idea. Then the idea is lagi we differentiate separately. Okay, this is the idea dia. Okay, so here is 3x square 2y square 6x 4y. Then differentiate. This one is 6x dx over dx nanti. Minus 4y dy over dx tak penting. Okay, is equal to 6 dx over dx nanti. Minus 4 dy over dy. Tak boleh cancel. Okay, this is the idea. Okay, and then ingat our aim is to find dy dx. Inilah dy dx right. This system consists of dy dx sekalikan. Okay, bring to one side lah. So 4 dy dx minus 4y dy dx. Yang ini into here. Then 6x to the right. 6 minus 6x. Factorize. Factorize. Take this one and factorize 4. Okay, biar ni dulu. Dy dx. Okay, biar dulu. Then dy dx is equal to 6 1 minus x over 4 1 minus y. And is equal to 3 1 minus x over 2 1 minus y. Okay, done. Check answer. Okay, betul. So, ini can I skip the step? Can I skip this step? Yes. Terus ke sini. Save time. Ni dia konsep macam tu. Tapi we skip the step, skip step. Settle for A. Class, are you ready? Are you okay? Class, you okay? Stay following me? Yes. Okay. Boleh lah, cakap sorang-sorang sendiri. So, itu je lah konsepnya. And then boleh stop lecture. Buatlah semua guna rule of differentiation, product rule, quotient rule, power rule. Lepas tu function, exponent, ln, trigo. Itu je. Kan? This is dia punya dia solution. Macam tu lah. Okay. And then this one. For this one, check. This is okay. EY log times x. Okay. So ini two different function. U times V. You need to apply product rule. Ni. U is equal to EY. V is equal to X. Okay. Sekarang ni, saya buat U prime boleh. Du dx. Buat yang baik tu. Du dx. Kan? Differential exponent sama je. Dia punya sama je. Type dia same like EX. Copy je. Copy. Then differentiate one is dy dx sebelah ada kan. And then for V ni dv dx is equal to 1. Okay. Dapat kalau complicated sangat, you boleh tulis u prime ni prime. Buat tak prime. Okay. U prime ke du dx is equal to e by y prime. Macam tu senang. Okay. And then V pula ni, V prime is equal to 1. Sama je, dv dx is equal to 1. So always kalau malas nak faham konsep, always differentiate involve y, dapat y prime dy dx. Okay, now going to use the punya ni product rule. Okay, u times ni atau yang biru atau yang ni kan. Okay, saya ambil dulu from bottom to up to bottom right. Okay, ni kita pun buat ini dulu. Yang ini tak sini. Tak boleh. Kita letakkan sini. Okay. Ini product rule. Okay. Jadi yang ni kan u prime y prime ni times x plus EY times 1. Okay, product rule. Ingat tak product rule? Mesti kacang lah, ingat kan? Product rule. Okay. Dan plus hak ni pula. Okay. Same like you differentiate 2x. Dapat apa? 2, right? Dapat 2x. But because of y prime. Okay, tu je, senang je. Because of y, because always y cannot be cancel kan? Kalau tak contoh lah. And 3 2x. Okay, kan copy je. And then differentiate 2x. Dapat tu lah. Kalau ada 2y, 2y prime. Okay, so now ni factorize y prime. Ni x e y plus 2 y prime is equal to 6 e 2x ni minus e power y ni. Bring this one to the ni okay, bring kat sini. So is equal to y prime is equal to this one can factorize okay, ey over x e y power y plus 2 and change to dy dx lah kan, senang because of cari find dy dx. Okay, and check the answer. This is for B, right? Okay, betul. Okay, that's betul. And then so tengok bila saya pakai calculator tak ada kan, that one just itulah nampak kan, tak payah pakai calculator. Itunya bestnya different implicit ni. Seronok kan? C. Okay, C pula. Okay, actually dah habis lah. Kita guna sampai habis lah masa kan. Because of ini je hari ni punya. Okay. Simple je. Yang ini tak sedar pun. This is product rule. Tak sedar pun kan ada guna product rule. Okay. And then for this one ini okay, and then you use the punya law of log ni. Kan, law of log. Apa dia? Okay, ln m times n is equal to ln m plus ln n. Or direct lah, use the product rule. Okay, let's say you're going to use law. Dapat y squared is equal to ln x plus ln y. Kan, ini ln m, ini m kan, m x, ini ln y, m, yang ni kan, kita tengoklah matching kan. So settle. Now differentiate implicitly, differentiate with respect to x to the both side. Okay, dapat ini terus macam differentiate x squared, dapat apa x squared? 2x. Macam tu kan, tapi this is y kan, dapat 2y. Tapi y prime dy dx. Ini ln x 1 over x tu darjat differentiate x 1 plus 1 over y differentiate y dapat y prime. Okay, and then adjust bawa ke sebelah 2y prime minus 1 over y prime is equal to 1 over x. And then factorize ini 2y minus 1 over y prime atau dy dx 1 over x. This one, okay, equate the denominator. Senang, senang kerja kita. Okay, equate the denominator 2y squared minus 1 over y prime is equal to 1 over x. Then, okay, y prime is equal to 1 over x over 2y squared minus 1 over y. Concept, a over b over c over d is equal to a over b times d over c. A over b, c over d. And is equal to call dy dx a over b times d over c. Okay, and then adjust y over x times 2y squared minus 1. And okay, check. Okay, the answer is okay, betul. Okay, so let's say ni adjust dulu. This one use the law dulu. Kalau let's say you tak nak guna law, okay, ini jadi 2y 2y y prime. Yang ini 1 over xy ln turun darjat. Then you need to differentiate ni using the product rule. Ni guna product rule. This is u, this is v. So u equals x, v equals y. U prime 1, v prime, y prime. Okay, so sini sambung. Apalah, saya langgar. Saya langgar ni tambah x saya langgar dan dapat last sekali dapat ni lah. Senang cerita. Okay, okay, a bit complicated sikit lah, tapi still you can show the answer. So far macam mana kelas? Stay waras ke macam mana? Okey lah ke? Okey ke? Cepat. Tak apalah, saya berkenal. Cakaplah. Adik. Adik ni tak adik ni? Hilang mana dah? Adik. Ke mana adik ni? Lain. Okey tak?
Okey dah.
Okey lain kelas lain, kelas P2. Kelas lain ada kelas. Okey tak? Because let's say yang tadi yang P2 dah tengok tadi tutorial. Okay. So jadi okey you okay. Example 3. Involve trigo. Yang C tu eksponen. Okay, discuss. Okay, so sama je. Our aim is to differentiate, find dy dx2 je. Okay, the difference only variable implicit. Jadi C. Sekejap ada discuss. Okay, ni. Okay. So, mana dia? Ni sign this one is u v. So now u is equal to sin x, v is equal to cos y, and then differentiate u prime or du dx. You all prefer saya pakai u prime ke du dx? Cuba respon. Nak u prime ke du dx?
U prime.
Itu jawapan jujur from Gajah F. Okay, and cos x. Okay, so this one is x kan, sign kan, dia tak ada negatif lah. Okay, and then v prime cos c dapat negatif sin y. Differentiate apa kau angle dapat y prime. Y prime. So settle. Then using the product rule ni times this plus so dapat is equal to cos x cos y plus sin x. Okay, ini times negative y prime sin y. Bawa sini ke depan because aku confuse dengan angle. Okay, buat ni senang cerita. Okay, atau dot. Okay, is equal to differentiate to dapat apa? Siapa tahu? Differentiate to dapat apa? Differentiate constant. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Dapat? Thank you. 0. Differentiate constant. Constant. So aim is to find ni y prime kan. So jadi sin x sin y. Okay, bawa ke sana. Dot y prime. Okay, is equal to cos x cos y. Bawa ke sana. Then y prime is equal to cos x cos y over sin x sin y. So dy dx is equal to this one is equal to apa ni? cos over sin buat apa? Lol. Cos over sin. Cepat. Masa berlalu. Pandai. Cot X, cot Y. Dan. Okay. Ada masa. Cepat kita nak habiskan ni. Okay, settle Settle. Untuk saya aku cepat tapi tak nak lah, tak ada perasaan. Tak nak lah juga. Ya, okey. Jadi orang tak pandai Tak pandai. Tapi dia masih tak guna lagi. Kepandaiannya masih lagi tak asah. Situ je. Okay. So bangkit lah. Kan bangkit lah. Nak dapat saya dalam 2-3 minggu lagi kan. Okay. Ni. UV. U equals Y. V sin X. This one je. Ni kita kat pasal this one je ni. Ni je. Okay. So then okay. U prime with Y prime. Senang je kan? Atau du dx equals dy dx. V prime. Ini takkanlah sin prime kan? Differentiate lah. Cos X. So ini. Okay. And plus. Right. And then now kita going to differentiate ni je. Tak sini using the product rule. Okay, sini je dia punya ni. And then product rule is ni. Y prime dot sin X plus Y cos X. And plus differentiate yang ni 1. Macam biasa. And differentiate cos Y. Cos C negative sin Y. Then differentiate Y prime. Ingat tu sentiasa ada je. Y prime ikut je Y. And dia ikut je Y. Then okay, so we need to bring to one side. So sin X Y prime plus sin Y prime is equal to negative 1. Okay, minus Y cos X. Bring to one side. And then boleh ke saya lompat terus? Tak apalah, kena baik sin X plus sin Y prime minus 1 minus plus Y cos X. Then Y prime is equal to negative 1 plus Y cos X over sin X plus sin Y. Okay, this is number 3. Okay. Okay, betul. Can change to dy dx. Okay, see, I don't use calculator. Okay, tak tahu calculator dia canggih bertukar kan. Okay, this is that one. Okay. Okay, lagi tak? Tengok dulu. Ini exercise. Tak apa. Ini kerja masa. Okey ni. Ini eksponen. Okey, kalau eksponen tak best ya. Eksplisit je kan? Tapi ada sign tak apalah. Okey. So eksponen ni y is equal to 2 sin X. Okay, so dy dx eksponen kebal, copy je 2 sin X. Susah. Okay. Okay, then ln base. Ni base dia kan. Ni. So ln base. Then next is ni. Next is differentiate ni power dia. So get cos X. The answer is 2 sin X ln 2. Okay, cos X. Senang. Okay, answer dia. Hilang. Sekejap, saya cari mana. Ini pergi mana. Okay, betul. Itu je. Okay. Okay, simple je kan? Yang ni exercise. Ini yang soalan popular kalau written. Ni soalan popular lah. Tapi boleh je buat kan untuk objektif. Dia bagi show that apa benda. So kita tengok. You pilih dulu which one? A, B, C. You pilih. Nak show apa? Cepat. Satu soalan je boleh ni. B. Cepat ni. B tak payah ke C. Sekejap. Ini direct. Nak B ke nak C? B. Okay. B. Okay. For A macam ni ya, simple je. A. Dan dia show. Dan dapat. Saya rasa pening Sekejap. Belum dapat lagi. Sampai second derivative kan? Okey. Macam ni belum dapat lagi. Okey. Okey. Dan panjang cerita Syun. Panjang cerita dia. Okay. Then go to B. B bagi simple. Our aim is to show that D to Y dx squared minus 6 dy dx plus 9y is equal to 0. Aim. Okay. Aim means that we need to differentiate up to second derivative. Up to second derivative. Actually the method yang biasanya you find dy dx, find d to y dx squared, and then this is left hand side. From left hand side, substitute, and substitute. Show that is equal to 0. Same like right hand side and show. This is the method lah. So now we're going to use maybe different method. Okay. Rasa nak cukup panjang tak? Panjang tak? Tak cukup ni. Tak apalah. Okay, kita go ni. Dah ada. Okay, so ini tak boleh buat apa kan? Kita nak padam. UV. UV is product rule. Okay, product rule panjang ni. Okay. So U sini lah. U sini mana? Okay. U X V E 3X. U prime 1, V prime E 3X. Differentiate 3X dapat 3. Okay. So guna ni this one times this plus this one times this. So use the ni dy dx lah. Implicitkan dy dx is equal to 1 times E 3X plus X times 3E 3X. Apply product rule. Okay, so now our aim is to find ada ni tengok aim je. Ada Y, ada ni. So no, what that means is tak ada ni. Senang. Tak ada X. So in that case, you nak buat direct kan? You kena plan something lah. Kena buat. Okay, so now let's say ni. Case tadi kena banyak akal lah kan? 3. Yang ini. This one is X, EX. Yang ni. So is equal to Y. Sambungkan ni. Substitute Y. Terus aim kita nak dapat Y ni. Jadi first step tu after find dy dx still adjust. Tengok ni. Tengok yang dia punya first given tu. Tukar terus. Kalau nak tukar ni jadi Y over X pula kan. Biar kita chill sekejap lah. Kita go and second derivative. D to X D to Y over dx squared is equal to E 3X and then differentiate dapat 3X plus 3 dy dx 3y prime 3y prime and then baru tengok macam mana nak get rid of ni. Siapa ada akal nak get rid benda ni? Macam mana nak ni? Siapa dia? So aim kita you tengok y and dy dx ada tak connection? Ni. Macam nak get rid of? And you can use y given y or dy dx. Siapa nampak? Ni kan, ni. This one ada ni kan. So E3x, okay. Take this one as a subject. Jadi nampak sangat, so paksa lah tunjuk. Ni kan. So now take this one, substitute. Okay, substitute. So jadi d2y dx squared is equal to 3 dy dx of y prime minus 3y plus 3 dy dx. Expand 3 dy dx minus 9y plus 3 dy dx. Okay, and then now d2y dx squared is equal to 6 dy dx minus 9y is equal to 0. Then ini sama juga. Ini sama juga. Sekejap. Mana 0? Tak ada. Sorry bawa je. Sekejap feeling. Simplify je. Okay. d2y over dx squared minus 6 dy dx plus 9y is equal to 0. Dan settle. Okay, senang tak? Okay. Dah? Nak express terus once differentiate dy dx je buat akal, terus tukar replace y and then second derivative pun try. Say either you change to y yang atas sekali tu or dy dx. Okay, so this one implicit lah. Okay, so sekarang ini okay, untuk di case ni lain sikit. You can use this one untuk case ni dia minus because we want 6 kan, 6 dia pun minus ni, tambah je suka hati je, and then dia minus semua dia minus juga, minus ni pun minus jugalah, minus 6 dy dx tapi dia plus ni kan, jadi okay, ini minus ni dapat ni, okay, dia adjust macam tu, and then dy dx tadi dapat 3y plus tu kan, dia substitute yang ni dah dapat dah, yang ni dia substitute dengan ni, okay, dia substitute. Dan last sekali dapat. Itu cara kreatif juga. Boleh cara method, the third method. Boleh as long as your punya aim is shown. Kan? So yang this one saya tunjuk je. Okay, ni slide. Okay, EXY equals sin X show. So differentiate ni guna okay, product rule. Ni product rule ni kan product rule. Ini cos. Then we need the second derivative kan. When the second derivative you kena pakai ini product rule for this one. Okay, this one is product rule for this one. Okay, jadi ni product rule untuk ini. Okay, and then this one product rule for this one twice. Okay, and then okay, dia tak nak get rid of sign kan ni. Always check yang first kali. Okay, so dapatlah ni substitute and adjust. Okay, adjust. You tengok because of the adjust scale kat ni, that one e power x, dan make sure e power x tak akan sama 0 because why? Because of the graph is macam ni kan. Ni above y axis, above x axis. Okay, so dia tak akan touch 0. So we can conclude this bracket is equal to 0. Kena ada statement ni to get mark. Okay.